Hello. Got warm. So we're out on a bimble in this beautiful place with blue skies and Mr. Solar Face. So two little squirrels dancing there. Yeah, so we got a bit warm. I decided to sit down in the semi-shade. Oh look. I put him on the lead, saved me keep dragging him back. Although it seems very quiet at the moment. That's not very good. Okay, I'm going to have to hold the camera. I'm on a bench and of course everything is slanted for our human shapes. Let me cross a leg. Oh. No, I can't. Let me sit like that. That's better. Wow, to be out in nature and to be one with nature and look at these two. These Bodhi would make friends with anybody. Wow. That's nice, isn't it? I was just saying to be out in nature and to be one with nature and to be connected with nature. And yeah, nature comes to say hello. So, apart from nature, I was going to talk for a minute or two about estrangement. I think I'm pretty much invisible today with the animals. They don't care. Yeah, so estrangement, or what do you want to call it? Family fallouts. Often there isn't a fallout. It's a very difficult subject for me to talk about because there's no easy answers. It is what it is sometimes. The reason why this is in my mind, I suppose, is two separate people. And they were talking about each family has different things, different people that no longer are in their lives for whatever reason, which is a real shame. But I think we all have that, or most of us have that, from what I can gather, talking to people. And one woman that I was speaking to recently, it's her son. And I said, what's going on? And she said, nothing. She said, it's so strange. She said, over the years, he took a bit of a back seat and it's got more and more and more. And she said the last 2 years I haven't even got a Christmas card or birthday card. And I said, have you tried then? You have. She said, of course I have, She said, I still send him a Christmas card, still send him a birthday card, and she always puts a handwritten note in it. And she even said, I don't understand what's gone wrong, whether I've done something wrong or whether you feel, I don't know, however you feel, please let me know, You've got my number, text me or pop round or whatever. I'd love to put things right if it's within my capabilities. And I said, well, what do you think has happened then? She said, I've no idea. She said, he was fine for years, all his childhood, all his growing up, and he got to, I think he's 50 something, 55 or 57, and she said probably for the last 10 years really he sort of pulled away and saw her less and less. I mean, she said years ago, she's not sure when, but years and years ago, she hadn't heard from him for many, many months, and she reckons it was getting on for a year, 8 to 10 months, something like that. And she phoned, and he did pick up, and she said, I haven't heard from you all year really, it's October time, you know. And he said, oh yeah, sorry about that. And she said, are you okay? And he said, yeah, fine. And he was just a bit off on the phone, not really interested in speaking, and anyway, she had a short phone call with him because it was her doing all the talking, and she said, you know, please don't become a stranger to me. I am your mum, you are my son, I love you dearly, and, you know, I'll always be here for you, you know that. And he said, yeah. And he seemed okay, and so she said, look, don't leave it so long next time, you know, give us a ring, give us a visit even, whatever, you know, a text or something like that, so I know you're still alive and still about, and if you ever want to chat or whatever, I'm always here for you, you know. And she said months went by, months and months and months. And I said, well, it does take 2. So if months have gone by, why are you not contacting him? And she said, because I always have. For about 30 years, it's only been her. He's never, ever phoned or texted or whatever. He will phone back if she, well, used to phone back if she left a voicemail. If she texted, she would always get a text back. And if she said in a text, I haven't seen you for a while, do you want to pop round Sunday lunch? He would answer those sort of things, either with a yes or a no. And for some reason, he has just now pulled away. And yeah, she ain't seen him for a couple of years or more. And that's a shame, a real shame. And she says there's nothing wrong between them. As far as she's aware, nothing wrong. And she has tried over 20 years. And sadly, I suppose you've got to try and draw a line under it. But that's easier said than done. This is why I find it difficult to talk about, because I don't think there is a right answer. Oh, I've got some earrings in. Yeah, I don't think there is a right answer. It's an answer that's right for you only, and you know that answer, and it's all in your head, and it's between the two of you, or between more of you. In many cases, sometimes it's between you and the whole family. Another friend said that she hasn't spoken to her brother for many years now, but that was a different thing. There was things happened and stuff like that over the years, so I do understand it. I can't say I don't understand it. I understand it from her perspective. I believe that if it was somebody else, maybe they would have tried more, perhaps, I don't know, and maybe there's a reason why she can't try, and I'm not privy to everything, obviously, and I only understand what I understand from my own level. If you have a conversation with anybody, you only understand it from your level. Nobody tells you everything, because if they did, they'd be there stood next to you all day long telling you about this conversation or what had happened within the family and why, and you know, all the rest of it. So estrangement, it just means basically some of the family or one of the family don't want to know you, or the other way around, you don't want to know the family or some of the family or one of the family for whatever reason. And sometimes it is a falling out, sometimes it's nothing. The worst is when it's nothing, when it is just what it is, you know. Now, I've said before on this channel that I don't have a lot of contact with my family, really, if I'm honest, you know, and it's a two-way thing in many respects, because I don't have a lot of contact with them and they don't have a lot of contact with me. But I found over the years that it's been me trying, and yeah, I don't really get anything much. It was my birthday recently, and I was hoping to get at least a few comments or messages or whatever, you know, it would have been nice. And you know, by the time I went to bed, I had 2. I woke up in the morning And there was another one, it was actually from my sister who forgot the dates. That's fine, I mean, she remembered, which is lovely. So you've got a pigeon here and a squirrel there. What are they going to do? Just ignore each other. Give each other a bit of wide berth. See, humans can learn a lot from nature. If there's somebody that you don't particularly like in life, or a race of people, or a type of person, or whatever, don't cause hassle, just give them a bit of a wide berth. Just see if I can, I'm gonna try and capture him. He's disappeared over that way. Yeah, gonna try and capture him on film, but never mind. So back to Estrangement. On my level, I don't understand really what it is. You know, you got all these people that could have bothered over my birthday, and I've always bothered over their birthday. Not bothered, but you know, I've just said happy birthday kind of thing. And then it's your own birthday, and you know, there's not a lot back at all, which is a shame. Doesn't stop me from saying happy birthday. Maybe it should. It has in some respects actually, because I remember a few years ago I gave people on Facebook, I realised that certain family members that I thought would bother, because I've always bothered with them, never said happy birthday to me, never sent me a message, never liked a piece of art or did anything on my Facebook. And I know Facebook's not real life, but they didn't bother in real life either. So I thought I'd give them another year or two. Anyway, 2 more years went by, and still they never said happy birthday. I always did. And I thought I'd give them 1 more year, and 3 people from the family went. And by went, I just deleted and blocked them and moved on, because I didn't even get a text message, a phone call, never get a visit. They're not interested. They're really not interested, and they've made it known that they're not interested. And that's, again, it's for their own reasons, you know. Maybe they don't like the colour of t-shirts I wear. Who knows? It could be as simple as, well, I don't know. I've done nothing to hurt them. I've done nothing to deserve it. I don't feel that it's warranted in any way. Maybe it is to them. Maybe they just can't be bothered. The 2 people I have spoken to about their lack of interest, I suppose, have both said the same thing. They said, yeah, I know, that's how our family is though, isn't it? I said, no, I'm not. And these 2 people, I've said, let's stay in touch. Let's, you know, it'd be lovely to remain in contact. And slowly, they've just not bothered. You know, I texted them just recently, and I said, you know, I haven't heard from you, and it'd be lovely to hear from you, and you know. And I did get text messages back, so that's good. And I said, let's speak soon, it'd be lovely, let us know when you're free. Never heard a word back from either. So I don't know whether to continue, whether you're hitting your head against a brick wall or what you're doing really. You know, are you trying against something that doesn't exist? Are you asking for something that's impossible for them? Maybe so, I don't know. The other thing is, I know that I will never be like it, you know. I know I said a long time ago now, or 2021, that I lost 4 people due to having cancer, and that's quite a difficult thing to swallow. They call it cancer ghosting, and those people have never ever contacted me, not even when I've had good news. You know, I'm just dead to them, I suppose, now, after all these years, and you know, that's how it is, and you accept that eventually. You know, it used to hurt, and now it's just one of those things. And you question why, because again, I would never be like that. In fact, I'd be the opposite. If a friend said to me, you know, I've got cancer, I'd say, right, I'm here for you. What do you want? What can I do? You know, in many cases, what people actually want is you to just keep out their bloody way. They want some quiet time. Great, have that then, you know. But these people just literally turned their backs on me, and that was the end of it. And sadly, same as most of the family, there are 1 or 2 that do sort of bother. Hello, mate. You okay there? You just come to see me chat. Anyway, oh, sorry. So, if you are estranged, I would say try. I don't know how many times. I mean, whatever you're comfortable with trying, really. But do try, and I wish you better luck than what I've had, really, over the years. But if you can, try and try again. That's what they say, don't they? Try and try again. But I think there does come a time where you've got to say, well, you know, what is the point? You know, I really believe that. I believe that if you've tried and then you've tried again, then again, and then you can send them a message, a letter, whatever, a message on Facebook, a text message, something, and say, look, let's talk, you know. And if you get nothing back whatsoever, then you do have to draw a line under it, and you have to move on. And I think there's enough people in the world to come into your life, and I think, I've always said this, I think by allowing somebody to go, somebody who wants to go has made it clear they're not interested anymore. They say blood is thicker than water. I don't think so. I think that's incorrect, but if they've made it clear they're no longer interested, then you have to let them go. It's what they want, and it's what you want. You don't realise it at the time, but it is what you want, it's what you need. And when you let go, you then open a space for somebody else, somebody decent to come into your life. And morning, Mr. Crow. And people do, and life moves on, you know, and eventually you never forget these people. Of course you don't, you know. There's one or two people in my family that I would love to reconnect with. I would really love to, and it's been so long now. I did try with one after, after 15 years, and I got his number. I checked that was his correct number with a couple of people in the family, and I phoned the number several times over about 3-week period. I don't know, you know, if that person works or what, so I didn't phone too late of an evening, but yeah, I phoned a couple of mornings, a couple of dinner times, a couple of sort of tea times, and a couple of early evenings, and got nothing. So I texted a few of those times as well and got nothing. I emailed that person and got nothing. And, you know, that person has just said, I'm not interested, you know. Sometimes you don't have a phone or whatever, but if it's if you don't have an email, and you don't have a text, you don't have a Facebook, and it goes on, and there's no way at all of contacting them, again, is that communication in itself. I've always said that silence is probably the biggest form of communication you could possibly have, you know, sadly. Right. So we're going to make a move, and as I say, if you are estranged in any way, I wish you luck with it. I wish you well, but try not to take too much of it to heart. It is what it is. Sadly, we're not in control, and sadly we cannot change things. And if you could change things and go back on their terms, it's not a very nice position, is it? So, if you've lost friends, if you lost family, whoever you've lost out of your life, if and when you replace them, let's hope you replace them with nicer, kinder, better, decent people. Because perhaps these people weren't decent, perhaps they weren't nice or kind, perhaps we just thought they were. And sadly, we do have to let go. I know that's not much help, because it is a difficult thing to do, but when you're ready. Anyway, we're going to go off on our bimble. Take care and be well. Ta-ra.